The first mold I would like to talk to you about is the Brambleberry 5-pound mold. It is a wooden mold that comes with a silicone liner that is really sturdy and thick. It has a slide bottom, so you can easily remove your soap with the liner by removing the bottom here and then removing the frame. And this silicone liner is such a good quality, it doesn't stick to the soap. And it's really a pleasure to work with. I use it for almost all my soap that I'm making, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I would recommend it to every soap maker. It is also easy to wash, and it's a good investment for life. Next soap mold I would like to talk to you is the Brambleberry wooden slab mold. It comes with a lid. It's absolutely beautiful handmade product, and it's made of real wood. It comes even with these dividers here that are easy to assemble. I will show you in a second. And it has this really thick and sturdy, high quality silicone liner. I mean, you can also get it without these additions here, just the mold itself, the wooden mold, and then you can line it if you prefer to do so. But I think this is just a fantastic principle here, and you can see here how you can assemble it like so, and then you have your perfect 9 bars that you can just use, and I think it's perfect. This mold comes also in bigger sizes, I think 18 and also 36, and I think it's just a great, here you can see the 36 one. I think it's just beautiful and a handmade product, so it's an absolute high quality mold. Especially if you like to do designs on top of your soaps, like these here. Here you can see one of my soaps I made, and then you can see how it looks once it's cut. Next mold that I would like to show you is the Brambleberry Tall and Skinny mold. It's a fantastic mold if you like to do drop swirls or hanger swirls, or if you just like the design of a tall and skinny soap. The only downside is, as you can see here in the middle, it has the tendency to bend a little bit when it's full. So what I like to do is to put it inside the 5-pound mold, the wooden part, and then it will hold its shape and you're absolutely good to go. I think this is a very good quality mold. It is something you might want to consider have in your soaping equipment. And here you can see an example of a soap that I made with this tall and skinny mold. Next mold is a small silicone mold from Brambleberry as well. It holds 500 grams. It's very sturdy and very flexible at the same time, but you can really see that it is a high quality mold. I like to use it whenever I'm making tests and I don't want to use a large mold, just to see how something behaves, like a fragrance oil or a color or something like this, or a new recipe. I like to use it for laundry soap as well, as you can see here. It's a very good size for laundry soap, in my opinion. Or if you get a custom order of a small soap or just a couple of soaps, then it's a good choice too. Next soap mold is one from Amazon. I think every soap maker has one of these. They are really inexpensive. They have a silicone liner that works fine. I like to use it for melt and pour projects. It works for cold process soap as well. If you want to make a loaf of 10 soaps, then this is a good choice for you. Here you can see an example of a soap that I made. One of my first melt and pour soaps with this mold. Then we have the 12-bar rectangle mold from Brambleberry. This is a very high quality mold. It's just fantastic. I use it so much. It is sturdy, it is durable. You can see the silicone is such a high quality. I use it for different types of projects, like here the oatmeal and chamomile soap or the black metal soap. It can be used for melt and pour as well. It works really fantastic. And I I would absolutely recommend this mold to everyone. Here you can see another example of a soap that I made with this 12-bar rectangle mold from Brambleberry. Same type of mold as we have seen before is this round mold, this 12-bar round mold from Brambleberry. I think nowadays they come not anymore blue but in white, but it's absolutely the same thing. It's perfect when you make cold process soap. You can see here it unmolds perfectly. You can use it for melt and pour as well. No problem, works fantastic. I also use it for solid creams, as you can see here. And I also use it for shaving soap, and then it fits exactly into the aluminum tin once unmolded. So I really would recommend this one to everyone as well. Next mold is the mini ball mold from Brambleberry. This is something that you really need to have whenever you want to make embeds for soaps or similar. Many suppliers carry this type of mold, I believe. I don't know the other ones, but these from Brambleberry are a super fantastic quality. The soap sets up really easily. You can push it out. They are very easy to clean. There's no residue staying on them. You can see here an example how they unmold. Pretty easy. They come out perfectly round shaped soap. Here you can see an example where I used this kind of mold, and here as well. Next mold is the Popsicle Mold. This is it's a very nice mold that you can use to make a fun project popsicle, be it melt and pour or also cold process soap. It comes with a lid, and this is very good, so you can add your popsicle stick to it. The problem that I had is before I was using like the unflexible kind of mold, like a sturdy mold, like you can see here, and it was really very difficult, even impossible to get the soap out of the mold once it was hardened. So I had to pop it in the freezer and then have it under running hot water, and that was really like an ordeal. But this silicone version of the mold is really easy to use. You can just push the soap out easily, and then to add the stick you just add a little clip like this, and then you're absolutely good to go. This is how the soap will look like once unmolded. I think it's pretty cute, and it's a fun project you could do, for example, together with your kids. Next molds come from Vanulay. That's a company in the US. They are not cheap, but I will say that they are totally worth it. They are made of a high quality silicone, and I think she's making them on real fruits, so they actually look realistic. This one is a raspberry one that I use for my regular cupcakes. Then there are strawberries, and she has also different sizes of the fruit itself, but also the cavity, like some come in like large cavity sizes, like 90 or something. This was a pecan nut mold. This is banana slices. They're really cute. And there is a blackberry mold. That's a little bigger blackberry here. And I use them regularly for my cupcakes. You can see an example here of the blueberries, raspberries and strawberries. They look really good. And here you can see an example of the bananas and the strawberries as well. This one is from the same company, Vanulay. It's a little foot mold. I'm absolutely in love with it. I never found any mold that was better looking for little feet like this one here. It was really expensive and an absolute odyssey to get it over here to Europe in time for a custom order I had. But it's absolutely worth it. Here you can see an example of my foot balm. It's actually a solid cream that I use for feet, with special peppermint, essential oil and so forth. So aren't these really absolutely cute? Then here we have a different kind of mold. This is a column mold, And this is a fantastic choice when you are looking for a soap design of an embed going throughout your entire soap. And here on Amazon I found one that is shaped like a butterfly. It's really cute. One is round, and you just push it together like so, and then you can fill in your melt and pour soap or also CP soap. And here is a little flower. So these three came from Amazon. You will find the link, of course, down in the description box as well for the other molds. Here, these two come from Brambleberry, a star and a heart. And here you can see an example how they unmold. Very easy. This is the round one. Then we have the butterfly shape. I didn't need to fill it up to the top, so we just have a 3/4 of it, but you can see the principle how it works here. Very easy to use, very easy to clean. And then here's an example of the flowers. Very nice. Here is the star. This one is from Brambleberry. Link in the description box below. Then of course, if you are like me and you like making soap that looks like food for a reason or another, then this slice mold here, pie slice or cake slice mold, is an absolute fantastic, very inexpensive choice that you can find on Amazon. I really love to use it. Soap unmolds really easy in it. You can see an example here. That was a wedding soap that I made. You can see it's very easy to get out. It cleans very easy as well. This particular type that I'm using here, I didn't find anymore, but I will leave another one from Le Coué. And what I like to do with this type of mold is I like to add the piping one day later once the soap is unmolded, and on the other side here on the rounded edges, rather than just piping it on top of it. I think it just looks prettier like this. That's the reason why I'm doing it that way. And then here you can see another example of the same mold that I used for a raspberry pie here, where I'm adding the piping and the decoration later on, or here as well. And here is a leaf-shaped mold that I found on Amazon. I thought it was really pretty. The only downside is a little bit flimsy, so you need to be careful whenever you use it, but you can use it for melt and pour. You can use it for cold process soap as well. The thing is that it holds the smell a little bit. It's difficult to get the smell out once you've used something in it. So I would recommend using this particular mold for just one type of product that you are making. I'm making shower tabs with it, peppermint shower tabs. So I just keep it for that one, because otherwise everything will smell of peppermint, but you can see it looks quite pretty. And here you can see another example. Then from the same series as the leaf mold comes this rose mold. I think this shape of rose is really, really pretty. And you can use this for bath bombs or melt and pour. Here you can see a melt and pour rose project that I made a couple of months ago, and I think they look really pretty. I even used it for solid body butters. Here you can see the roses again, the melt and pour roses, and here's the body butter. From Le Coué comes this mini brownie mold here. I have a couple of those as well. They are really made of a fantastic quality silicone here. They unmold really, really easily. They don't stick at all. I use it for my charcoal mini facial soaps. You can see how it unmolds here. And here is an example of it. I also use it for my bath truffles. And so it's a very versatile mold. Even the bath truffles unmold pretty easily. I also use it for soap samples or solid body butter samples. So there are many variations how to use it, and here you can see the bath truffles. Once they are unmolded, they fit perfectly in my chocolate boxes. These are also the typical pink silicone soap molds from Amazon, very inexpensive. I have a lot of those and they are very practical. They hold approximately 100 grams of soap, like a standard soap size, practical to use, to have in your hand. I use it mainly for melt and pour, but you can use it for cold process soap as well. And they are always good to have around for whatever project you want to do. Then you have these donut molds here. They are actually molds made for making real donuts, but you can use it for soap. It works very good. The soap unmolds pretty easy and it's pretty sturdy and also flexible to unmold. I used it for cold process soap for making donuts, as you can see here. See how easy they unmold, no problem at all. I also used it for melt and pour donuts, as you can see here. And I even used it to make donut bath bombs. And believe it or not, it works perfectly. Moving on to the next mold comes the heart-shaped mold here. This one comes from Amazon and it's quite inexpensive. I have a couple of those and these are always fun to have whenever you want to do a project for Valentine's Day or other type of romantic project that you want to do. And then I use it for solid body butters as well. Of course, you can use it for cold process soap. You can use it for melt and pour soap. You can make bath bombs in it. Here you can see how the solid body butter unmolds. Pretty easy, and I'm pretty happy with it. Then we have from Silicone Mart, that's an Italian company, these absolutely cute chocolate bar molds here. You can see an example here. I use it for the chocolate cupcakes. You can use it for cold process soap as well. This one is melt and pour dough. And Silicone Mart has a large variety of such molds. Here you can see the macaron ones, also very cute. Very high quality silicone, I have to say. Here you can see an example of the macarons. And then if you check out on Amazon, they have a large variety of different types of little silicone molds, as you can see here. So it's really good if you have a look. Here you have little hearts or other type of chocolate type molds. From the same company, Silicone Mart, come these lemon-shaped silicone molds here. Really high quality, sturdy, very flexible mold and really 3D. So that makes a really cool soap shape, or here I'm using it for solid body butters. And even for solid body butters, they unmold pretty easy. You can see an example here. They're realistic looking, cool lemons, and you can use it for soap as well, melt and pour or cold process, no problem. Very recommendable. I got my mold from Amazon, and if you go there on the Amazon site, you can find also other types of the same series of molds. Like here they have diamond shapes, or you can find little pineapples that really look cool, and they have all this 3D look, which is not typical for every mold, let's say. And the quality is really good, and I'm gonna get myself also other shapes like this strawberry here. It's really cool, I love it. There are a lot of possibilities to choose from out there, and I hope this video can be helpful to you. I would love to hear about it. Please let me know if you have any questions anytime. Remember, soap making is supposed to be a very fun activity. Having the right mold can make a huge difference. So I wish you a nice day and see you around very soon for another video. Bye bye!